So Imanex, have you tried Deadlock? I feel like if you can try Deadlock, isn't that like an NDA that like you have to sign? I assume you haven't tried it then, Rudko. But I mean, there's that there's that one guy that said, I got access to Deadlock, and when you open up the game, it says, you're not allowed to share this with anyone. Do you accept? And I clicked out the window, so I didn't accept it. So now I can share things about Deadlock. That guy got banned, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he did. Has anyone got that article? That article is fucking hilarious, by the way. They put an edit at the end. The edit made me laugh so much. Okay, early look at Valve's new hero shooter Deadlock leaks. Described as a combo of Dota 2, Team Fortress 2, Overwatch, Valorant, Smite, Orcs Must Die. Now, can I say the frustrating thing about stuff like this? This is often coming from people that have not played Deadlock or haven't played these other games. All they're doing is they're pattern matching. They just say, hey, this looks like this other thing that I've seen, therefore they're the same. And they just conflate them. What is this comparison with TF2, by the way? It's already not enough to say Overwatch and Valorant, right? People would say Valorant is a combination of Overwatch and CSGO put together, right? So if you already got Valorant, you don't need to say Overwatch. And it's like, oh, TF2 has classes. So does Valorant. So like, why the fuck is TF2 here? That doesn't make any sense. Smite is a MOBA, and so is Dota 2. So like, why the fuck did you not like mention like League of Legends? Right? Like, we're just naming genres. It would have been better if they just said like MOBA shooter, right? Like that's what they're trying to convey, but they say, oh, you know, Dota 2, Smite, Orcs Must Die, and then these shooters? Like, why? I still don't understand why they mentioned TF2. Like, you know, Valve game. Oh, it's because of the Valve game. But like, it's still fucking late. If you're gonna do Valve games, just do Dota 2 and TF2. But it's still wrong anyway, because it's nothing like TF2. Sorry, now I'm doing drama hour. You see people on YouTube bitching about like, oh, Valve making new game. Why I don't want like another TF2 thing. I'm like, you don't even know what the game is. I like, how are you giving your opinion on this? Imanex, how are you giving your opinion on this? And I'm just like, listen, I've looked at stuff, right? This is super lazy journalism here. But anyway, it's described by some mysterious many that also don't know what the game is, right? As TF2. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's a MOBA shooter, right? But it's kind of like saying time attack puzzle, right? You'd be like, what the fuck does that mean? That doesn't sound fun, right? Like, puzzles are something you do slow, right? And time attack is something you do fast. So putting those two together seems incongruent. So how is that fun, right? So when you say MOBA shooter, like MOBA kind of has that idea of like, oh, there's a lot of heroes, a lot of micro interactions, there's a lot of items, sort of thing, which exists in these games, right? And then it's like you hear shooter and you're like, oh, these are shooters, right? But putting them together, it doesn't necessarily make sense, like how that would work. There's no doubt that Valve's trying to do something new, and there's not really a good comparison. That's the point I'm trying to make. So they're just throwing a bunch of games there, being like, these have similar elements, but it's like, yeah, that's not the game. Like, what the fuck? Time attack puzzle sounds like an action puzzle like Tetris. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and this is my point. It's like, so there's a it sounds like an incongruence when you say puzzle versus time attack, because like, how do they go together? But the thing is like, if you name something like Tetris, like that's fun. It's actually fun. But describing Tetris as a puzzle time attack is kind of weird. Just like saying MOBA shooter is also kind of strange on the surface, and that's why I think these like publishers are having issues trying to describe it, because it's not out yet. No one's played it. You don't know what the gameplay loop is. And if they have played it, they're either going to really, really like it, and then they can't talk about it because they want to play it, or they don't like it, and then they leak it like this other person. Yeah, it was this one. Oh my god, it's so silly. Okay, we played Valve's secret new shooter, Deadlock. It's like Overwatch, Dota 2, and Team Fortress 2. Why do they compare it to Team Fortress 2? It's crazy. I don't understand why they keep comparing it to Team Fortress 2 or Overwatch. Like it's probably because like if you look at the screenshot here, Like these are like abilities. You know what other game has abilities? Dota. It's weird. It's so weird. TF2 doesn't have abilities in it. Overwatch does have abilities in it. But if you're saying Dota, it's like, yeah, it has the elements of every character has abilities. There's items, there's lanes. And it's a shooting game. Anyway, this is always going to drive me insane, just like shitty journalism. It's not shit. I mean, like, if you're casually reading this, like, maybe that gives you a flavor of what it is. But, like, if you already don't know what Dota 2 is, like, imagining these two things together, I don't know how much more that's... Like, this would be a fine description. I just, like... I often wonder how many people even think about, like, TF2 anyway. But, yeah, this is a hilarious thing here. And I'm not under NDA. I've signed no contracts and made no verbal agreements. I haven't even clicked through the EULA. Early development build. Deadlock is still early in development with a lot of temporary art and experimental gameplay. Do not share anything about this game with anyone. Okay. And it says, do not show this again. So they didn't click okay, right? They didn't do this. They clicked outside the window and then said, I didn't sign the contract. Oh, fuck, man. You know how you get access to this game? So the email. And then they send you an email with a bunch of shit in it, right? And then, oh, they share seem no stream attachment in there. And so anyway, so then they start talking about the game with like the shitty comparison again to like Overwatch, Dota 2, TF2, right? And they're explaining what the game is. Update. Turns out Valve was not fine. It's not fine with me trying out Deadlock with friends. I love the with friends, right? Like, what is this? I've been banned from matchmaking. Oh well. Which again reminds me, right? If you like playing the game, you're not gonna say anything. This is people that just like get the impression of the guy. And by the way, I'm not trying to defend Deadlock or like any of these other games. I just find the whole journalism shit really silly in this case. I'm just like, what is happening? What is this clown circus of this shit? And then they write, please feel free to make fun of me in the comments. And I was like, dude, I just yeah, okay. Like I get it. I get it. You don't want to play Overwatch, TF2, Valorant. Can we name some more shooters, by the way? Medal of Honor, Hunt Down the Freeman. No, that's the wrong one. Hunt Down Showman. What's some good MOBAs? Pokemon Unite, Dota 2, League of Legends. So they forgot to mention League. My favorite MOBA is actually Bloons Tower Defense. The real pinnacle of placing it. This tower's in the game, right? It's a MOBA. Like, just start naming elements. Like, fuck, man. Shit. It's so dumb. It's like, I didn't realize this was gonna, I didn't realize this was gonna annoy me. Who brought up Deadlock? Oh yeah, it's because someone asked me whether I played Deadlock. Anyway, NDA, you're not allowed to talk about it. Okay, normally I don't give my opinions on shit like this, but it's just like, it's stuff like this where I get so mad. Just like, and again, it's like, I don't know how to tell someone, like, I get so mad at a stupidity thing while also feeling indifferent about it. Like, at the end of the day, I feel indifferent about it. Like, it's fine. Like, I get like, oh, drive traffic the website, publicity's done. No. But I'm just like, really? Like, why am I on my soapbox today? It's like, you know, something like Dota came from World of Warcraft mod, right? And so that's an offspin of a game. And then Dota 2 has its own game. And then someone took Dota 2 things and they made their own game for it. So this is modding community. And the reason I'm stepping through this is Warcraft 3 is it's very, very different to what Dota 2 is. And then Dota 2 made an auto battler called Dota Chess, right? Which was very different from Dota. So much so that it spawned like super auto pets, whatever the Hearthstone Battlegrounds one is. There's a League of Legends equivalent one, and there's a whole brand of like auto chess. But it's very interesting when that first started, because you hear people saying like, what is this called? Like it's this kind of like balloons, but then like it's chess. And it's like, I played auto chess, like Dota 2 auto chess when it first came out. I'm like, this is nothing like chess. Like it's not chess. It's just like it's a bad name for it. But auto battler isn't. It's actually pretty descriptive. But the auto battler name didn't exist initially, and so people were struggling to explain what it is. And it's the same thing with well, I mean, the Deadlock's not out yet, right? It's just and like they're still developing on it. They're still going to be tweaking and working it. But I'm just curious whether MOBA shooter is going to have a different term. But like, there's been other companies that have tried MOBA shooters before anyway. So yeah. Fucking, why don't, okay, D-Man, what was I talking about before Deadlock? Live combat's like chess. Oh my god, this is just like chess. I'm like, no, it's not. It's literally not chess. Auto chess isn't chess at all. Yeah, but people would just, oh, sorry. I'm so mad. But yeah, that's not it. Top 3 opinion-giving idiots. No, this isn't politics hour. Oh no, I'm not here to bash on idiotic opinions. I just thought the Verge article was funny.